Hello again, Hasbro Pulse Con fans. We are so excited to be your very last brand panel of the day.
Yeah.
So on the off chance that you have missed me in any of the other things I've done today, or have missed my wonderful, amazing, delightful co-workers, I am Emily. I work on the marketing team.
Very flattering.
Yeah, I know, right? You're welcome. I can flatter you more later if you'd like.
I'm Lenny and I'm on design.
I'm Tony. I'm a master model artist.
And you may, oh shoot, I'm so sorry. I was looking at the wrong camera. Hello, camera number 2 over here. We are all learning as we go. So great news for those of you who are familiar with our G.I. Joe panels. We are going to follow a roughly similar cadence today, except great news, there is going to be a G.I. Joe poll and trivia questions at the end. Cool. Along with that, like the last one is that diabolically hard trivia question. So I'm really excited to see who is going to get that one right.
Dan.
Probably Dan.
Yeah.
And me, because I wrote it and I Googled it.
We got a ringer on set. Yeah.
So we'll have our poll first. We'll do some of our name reveals. We'll do some digital render reveals. We'll do some pre-orders. We'll have our amazing, spectacular, lovely human being photographer, Matt Cohen, come on and talk to us a little bit more about the pictures he's been taking. We love hanging out with Matt. He is, as I said earlier, delightful human. We'll do a little trivia. We may do some Q&A if we have time. We're at the end. We can squish our panel a little bit.
We got a lot.
If you have any questions for us, please feel free to put them in the chat now. Remember that we cannot comment on upcoming figures, so save your questions for something that we can actually answer.
We're not going to answer any questions.
No, I mean, we probably won't. But just in case, I mean, put them on and we'll get them on the iPad and we'll figure it out. All right, so. We are going to start off with our poll, so it should be in the chat now, but I believe, I don't have it in my notes because I was negligent, but I believe it is, if you were building out your own personal army, which of the Cobra kind of troop builders would you prefer? I'm going to get thumbs up from over here if I can do this. Bats, alley vipers, Cobra troopers, snow serpents.
You nailed it.
Yep. All right, so let us know who your favorite is. We'll let you know who our favorites are later as well. Cool. But we are going to kick off with a lot of things, and I believe, did I fix this on my notes?
A lot of things.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
There are a lot of.
We nailed
yes,
it, yeah.
perfect.
Name only, but.
Yes.
Hold on, sire. Let me get out the list.
So we're going to start with a list of 7 name-only reveals, and we're going to go through them pretty fast so that we can make sure that we have time for the rest of the panel, right?
Yes.
We're very bad at going through things quickly. So up first, we have Metalhead.
Yes.
Which we are very excited about.
Yes.
Super excited.
I'm not going to get into details. Night Creepers.
Night Creepers.
The Cobra Ferret.
Ooh, Nagahide.
So good.
Comings with maybe a friend.
Couple of them.
Maybe a couple of friends. Can't have Nagahide by himself. That'd be lonely.
No.
All right, please.
Retro Beachhead.
And since we know you guys loved it the first time, we're going to put it on a retro card. The Eel.
And because we also know you loved these guys the first time, Retro Snow Serpents. So just as a reminder, for those of you who may have missed this news in the past, when we announced that we were going back to being able to use plastic in our packaging, we are bringing our Classified Series retro card back figures back. No longer will they be exclusives. These are going to be mainline offerings, and we have been listening to your feedback that cardstock is going to be nice and thick for you, so it will maintain its beautiful, pristine shape.
We got them in, and they're pretty powerful.
Oh yeah, they look really, really nice. So
you could probably board a door with it.
Yeah, perfect. Always a good goal. So we are just absolutely flying through this today. So we are starting off with our very first digital render reveal. So as a reminder, these are pipeline reveals coming further down the line. We are excited about them. Hopefully the chat is like, oh my God, you just dropped 7 new name reveals, and now you're just going to go into all of this. There's a lot of them. All right, so up first we have Big Boa.
Oh yeah, is he on the screen yet? Oh
yeah.
Big
All right,
Boa.
let's, can we switch out to be able to show the nice people at home so that they can be as excited as we are? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there he is. So yeah, we want to get Big Bo in the line. He's a ridiculous character, and the Cobras needed their trainer. This character's got a lot of cool stuff going on with him. We added his head. So what does Big Boa look like when that bucket is off of his head? So we went with this kind of beat up face. You can see he's got his teeth knocked out a little bit. Comes with some weights. What you're not seeing is they're 90 pounders because this guy can pump some iron.
Just for easy curls.
Just curling them.
Super low-key.
Or you can hit G.I. Joes with him. And then he also comes with swappable hands, which have blood on them, which looks pretty cool because, he trains a lot. Again, the deco looks sick. Tony, you did a really good job on that face, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, the face print was super fun to work on. We got that 5 o'clock shadow, that grizzled look of that kind of veteran boxer trainer. So
Yeah.
we beat him up a little bit, and we love the missing tooth.
Yeah, we like
We
to
love
say
that.
he's a panzika, too.
I could see that.
And while we're talking about new
Oh,
things,
no.
so I know Lenny's like, you're not really going to do this live. So it appears we have freed the nip on this figure. For the first time in Classified series, we have nipples on figures. We are excited.
We're all biz nips on
Yeah,
this one.
very-
we went
yes.
into the mold and we updated it and we added nipples to
Yeah.
the shirtless torso.
We listen to the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what they wanted more of, I believe.
Realism. We're all about realism.
And we were told we had 20 seconds to talk about that. So, kind of going to another character that we had previously announced during our Dragonfly HasLab campaign, we really wanted to make sure that he wasn't locked behind the
100%.
campaign because
That's right.
we wanted to make him, there are some characters that you just want to make a little bit more accessible. So please welcome for our digital render Airborne.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
I'm
that's
super,
nice.
I'm like pumped to get him into the line. I've been wanting to do this character for a long time. We had a lot of fun with his accessories too. He has a helmet that the optics can plug into, and they fit onto his head really nicely. His second pair of goggles goes on his helmet, but then his first pair of goggles can go on him with the helmet on too. So a lot of nice layering with this figure. He feels really geared up. So super excited to get him into the line, and I hope you guys are too.
Yeah, and for the color scheme, love that bright color of the O-ring figure, but we kind of dialed it down a little bit. We
Yeah, a little bit.
classified it just so it's not as gaudy at that scale.
Yeah.
But yeah, an awesome version of this classic figure.
Yeah, gorgeous. All right, and then Airborne, I believe, will be released. He'll be coming to you before your Dragonfly arrives, so he'll be waiting
Yeah.
for his ride.
He's gonna be like,
Yeah, you're like, come on, guys. But we'll be excited about that later. All right, humming right along. That's right. Up next, we have got Quick Kick.
There he is on the screen.
Ugh.
Ooh, yeah, he was fun to work on. We wanted to get a lot of fun things on this character. We kept pretty true to classic design, but there are some updates with the color. We did want to get his Fudgy bar in there because, as you guys know, he was a stuntman for the Fudgy commercials. So we want to get him in there so you can pose him out with it. He also comes with a ninja star that he can kind of throw. He comes with his nunchucks that'll holster on the back of his belt, as well as two swords that holster into the backpack, and swappable hands. We've been listening to you guys. You want those fists? You want those chops? He comes with them, so get ready to punch some Cobras with him.
I feel like there's no way that you can say that the G.I. Joe team doesn't love both Easter eggs and accessories.
Yes, we
For sure.
accessorize.
Yeah, we are, my opinions on that, so yes.
And you're
Tony.
getting two heads here.
Yes.
How
Yeah.
amazing is that? So
The
you got
flowing
that.
locks head is very
We
nice.
wanted
That
him to
action.
feel like very
Yeah.
Bruce Lee-ish, So.
It's coming through, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we updated the pants. Actually, put a little bit of a woodblock inspired kind of cloud wind.
The idea is that he's as fast as the wind, so we put this cool Japanese wind pattern on the side of his pants, so it's not just a stark black pant.
Yeah, get a little extra detail in there.
So that'll be something that you'll get to see when we have some diorama pictures available for Quick Kick later to launch pre-orders at, whenever we launch our next set of pre-orders. Or the set after
Whenever that happens.
I make no promises moving forward, but he will be pre-ordered
We'll
eventually.
pre-order him,
Yeah, we'll get to it. We've heard a lot of feedback that you guys have a lot of pre-orders coming through the end of the year, so we're trying to, draw things out a little bit for you.
Yeah.
We're generous with our ridiculous number of figures that you'll be receiving before the end of the year.
Yes.
Everybody complained there were no Joes, and now there's, all the Joes.
A lot of
Nothing
Joes.
but
Yeah,
Joe.
nothing but Joes. Speaking of figures that there was a lot of conversation about when we were doing our His Tank HasLab campaign. A lot of people, when you were doing the fan vote for the Ron Rudat, it was at the His Tactician. I get the names mixed up.
Tic-tac-toe. His tactician, yes.
I'm sure writer Mark is currently in the chat and is correcting me as I go on this, but people were really excited when they saw a purple colorway because they were like, oh, this is really reminiscent of a Techno Viper. Let us know if there's a Techno Viper coming. And we went, we're not going to tell you. Great news.
It's right here, though.
It's a really pretty Techno Viper.
Got a point. How do I get a point? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
That
Yeah,
works.
directions are hard.
Yeah. So I think some of you guys saw it at Comic-Con, the red version of him that comes with the SMS, but this is the original colorway. He's going to be in his purple and purple, I guess, purple and dark purple. Comes with
Purple's a good color.
Purple's a great color.
Looks great on him.
It looks good in purple. Comes with a lot of the yellow eyes pop on that purple. How many times can we say purple? We're going to move from gray to purple. now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be purple.
Yeah. But what shade of purple is this?
This
Like
is
in
a
the-
red shade,
Okay.
violet, if you would.
Okay, do you have a number to assign to this and a
What's this?
family?
280.
We were in the 200s
Okay.
for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, for him, he's got some cool stuff on him. He's actually got a readout screen that comes out of his data pads that are on his forearm. So we updated the design to give him some, he's keeping data, he's keeping schematics in there. It's basically a schematic that kind of comes up on a holographic screen. His backpack, if you notice, there's like horizontal things popping out of there. Those are his pneumatic tools that the original figure came with, which will plug into the cord that also plugs into his ray gun. So a lot of cool stuff going on with this figure. There's a lot of fun, a lot of play, a lot of little gobbledygooks going on with this guy. He's cool.
We do love a good gobbledygook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about this guy. And the complementary colors of that yellow, like Lenny was saying earlier, that yellow popping right off of that purple.
Gorgeous.
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 There you go.
Gorgeous.
And so up next, I know that we literally just did this.
That's a name reveal.
I know. So we literally just did this as a name reveal. But if you were really excited in the comment section, which we can't see right now, but I will just assume you're excited. Assume you are excited. There we go. Words about everything we're talking about. So we're going to give you a sneak peeky on this one. And just to clarify, before we show this picture, this is a deluxe figure offering, which is why he comes with so much stuff. So up next for a digital render reveal, it's Metalhead.
He's pretty crazy too. So we wanted to go in on the backpack. I'll focus on the backpack a little bit. What you're seeing there is all of his rocket launchers detached. Those balls on the top of the arms, the rocket launchers will plug into that so they can 360 degree around the top of the arm. The arms also articulate up at the shoulder joint, which is by the backpack. So you can get a lot of cool directions, like he's firing in all different crazy directions. He also has the ball joints on his thighs. Those are where the lower rocket launchers go when they're dual rocket launchers, so those are the smaller ones. So we wanted to go all in on this guy to make him like a complete human weapon. And we updated his armor a little bit because we put a blast shield on the front of his face, because I feel like if you're firing off rockets, you probably should protect your face a little bit.
Especially if they're firing from your thighs.
From your thighs. This man he is squats all day.
What do you think the safety regulations for Cobra are like?
They don't exist.
Lax. Yeah.
They are
no OSHA in the Cobra universe.
There is no OSHA. What else about this guy? So he's got swappable hair. The goggles are connected to the hair, so it's a nice tight fit on the figure's face. We did some fun stuff with his inkjet or his printed face details that you guys will see when we show more of the figure. And then he has the helmet that the original figure had. That helmet was more of a bucket back in the day. We wanted to go a little more heavy metal with it, so we gave it a buzzsaw mohawk and some spikes on the top of it, but we kept the iconic yellow of the lens to go with the helmet, so it's as if he's using the same technology there. And you'll notice all the blast effects to the side. Those all plug into his rocket launchers that are attached to his thighs and his backpack. Rocket launchers on his thighs.
Yeah.
I love him.
It's very practical.
When you put this much stuff in a pack, I have no clue how to make one of these vendor reveals.
It's
And
really, really pretty,
jam
though.
it
You did
into
a great
square.
job.
Yeah. You did a good job, though.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So, super technically speaking, this was a reveal that we did at San Diego Comic-Con, but it was a little bit more of a casual reveal. So you have likely seen pictures of this actual figure floating around on the internet, but we have a cadence and we got excited. We wanted to talk about it.
People wanted to see it.
Up next we have Mutt and Junkyard. But really, let's focus on Junkyard.
Junkyard's where it's at. The good boy face.
Oh, so cute.
While we were designing this thing, I was like, I need a Rottweiler. I want a Rottweiler now. But he came out so good. I mean, you could see he just exudes good boy.
Yeah,
I think
he really does.
And
it's
then
really nice.
The mean boy face is awesome too, which came out really good. And you guys saw it at Comic-Con. The production piece is looking very good. He has a lot of accessories with him. He has multiple hands. The reason for that is because Mutt has to give hand gestures to Junkyard when they go into battle together. So you can give dog hand gestures to him because he's a dog trainer.
Look at that storytelling.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That's
I like
very
it.
thoughtful.
Storytelling through toy.
Thoughtful is a great way to think about G.I. Joe classified series.
You know what? And Junkyard thinks that Mutt is thoughtful. Look at that good boy face.
He has a good boy face.
Another little detail, the man is muzzled, not the dog, if you notice. So he comes with the muzzle, which will layer very nicely underneath his helmet. And of course, we gave you two goggles so that one doesn't stretch when you put it over the head.
Very
Helmet,
smart.
rather.
Courteous of you.
Very courteous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you okay if we skip along to the
Let's
next
go.
friend? All
Yeah,
right.
people want to see
We're
the next one.
We're
Let's
going.
go.
We're going. All right.
I'm
so
trying to say it fast.
no,
you know
you're
what I
doing
mean?
so good. You should have heard how long we were yapping in rehearsals.
We're very long
Holy
in the tooth
smokes.
in general.
If somebody was like, you want your whole panel to be 2 hours, no problem. We could have done that. So up next, remember how we were talking about retro card back and we'd mentioned a couple of characters that'll be coming up. This is probably just like not even a surprise to you because, well, A, because we used her as a name reveal at Comic-Con.
And it like
but
said
B,
retro on it.
did,
That was the biggest
and B, because with our Dragonfly campaign, our HasLab that just funded, which thank you, we're very excited about it too. We included Glenda, which is a very, very strong hint that our friend Retro Scarlet is going to be showing
internet
up.
sleuthing going on.
Yes. Oh, it was very, very cool to see you guys putting together a lot of pieces.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, there she is. Yeah.
Boom, bam, they're like,
Yeah.
get to it. There she is, Retro Scarlet. And she's looking pretty rad, I must say. We kitted her out to the nines. She actually, you'll see that floating ponytail. That's because she comes with 2 ponytails. That floating one actually is designed to go over her backpack and make it look like she's running. And the ponytails both can swivel on the port that they go into in the back of her head. In the cartoon, if you guys remember, she had trick arrows. So we gave her a quiver that all those trick arrows will go into. And of course, like all retro cardback figures, she will be coming with a stand that is G.I. Joe specific to her faction. I'm super excited about this one. I can't get over how awesome she is, and she's one of my favorite Joes, so now we have her in the line in classic
delightful.
styling. Very cool.
Yeah. And we love the face print that we're seeing from the vendor. Very basic look. She's going into battle, so she's not going glitz and glam, but you know, subtle blush, some eyeliner in there too. So she's beautiful.
Subtle freckling.
There's some sass with the
cat
eyeliner.
freckling
nice.
as well.
I like it.
The freckling is coming out really good too.
All right. Can you believe we still have more of these? That's right. There's
Keep
another
going.
4
But wait,
of these
there's
to
more.
do.
keep
So
going.
I like literally just got an Instagram message about this. What delightful timing.
There you go.
Up next, which we actually have not announced as a name reveal, is our new retro Recondo figure. So with great mustache comes great responsibility, which is something we are often fond of saying on the G.I. Joe team. And Recondo is looking delightful.
And I got to say, that mustache with the khaki outfit works beautifully.
It sure does.
And again, it's a really nice redeco rendition of the Tiger Force version. And of course, it comes with the G.I. Joe stand. But Tony, the camouflage.
The camo was awesome. Super aggressive tiger.
It's called the Tiger camo pattern.
Correct.
So this looks like it was really easy for you to do.
Yeah. Wait until you see a couple slides up. But this one
Poor
was
Tony.
great.
So tolerant.
We
Yeah.
like our camos.
We
I
do.
love-
We're trying to get those right.
As
so.
well as it gets, I do
Yeah.
love the painstaking detail that goes into these items. So
They're beautiful.
I love it. I love the challenge.
craft.
And then, you know, what would a retro line be, especially as we're kind of bringing things back and celebrating? What would our line be without an all-new retro Duke?
And bam,
There we go.
There he is. And we went all out on him. He was really fun to do. We wanted him to be a little more, what's the word I'm looking for?
Heroic?
Heroic or jacked,
Yeah.
if you will.
Sure.
So we kind of built him up a little bit because the characters in the show were all a little more jacked. So we want to lean into that. He comes with the G.I. Joe laser gun. He comes with his iconic binoculars. He comes with a secondary set
Secondary.
of hands.
Yeah.
Jeez. As well as the G.I. Joe stand. Helmet. The helmet actually has a translucent visor that flips up and down on it.
So cool.
And on the backpack, we wrote, wherever there's trouble over land, sea, and air, G.I. Joe is there. Butchering a little bit, and it is the smallest
live.
font ever.
And you can read it.
You can read it.
With a magnifying glass?
We were discussing it
Yeah.
earlier. I just like the idea of him setting up camp, pulling out that shovel and saying, and then just going for it.
Yep. All right, guys.
Beautiful.
A little inspiration.
Yeah.
So those were our 3 retro reveals for today. So as we kind of go into this next piece, so this is a whole new segment that we haven't talked about. We're throwing it a lot today. So remember how, oh my God, was it only last year?
Only last year.
Only last year was 40th anniversary?
Yeah.
Oh, truly, time has no meaning.
We have a lot of anniversaries
So
on G.I. Joe because the brand has got some
We
lineage,
do.
right?
So last year was the 40th anniversary of the Real American Hero era of G.I. Joe that started in the 1980s. But what we get to celebrate next year is really exciting. It is the 60th anniversary of G.I. Joe as an entire brand, as you know, really the first action figure that started off like everything that we're doing here.
Yes.
And it is not lost on us that we are part of an incredible legacy
Yes,
on this
100%.
G.I. Joe brand, and that, G.I. Joe is something that's going to exist for many, many years after we are long gone, and that this is probably going to be part of our legacy that we impart on the world,
Pretty
which is
rad.
lovely.
Pretty
It's
rad.
delightful.
Living the
so,
dream.
We wanted to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the G.I. Joe franchise, but in kind of a different way than just rehashing exactly the old figures from, oh gosh, what's next year going to be? 2024. So this was 1964, right? I mathed that right?
Nice
Somebody in
math.
the chat will tell me if I didn't. So we are kind of bringing the inspiration of homages to real military servicemen and women to the G.I. Joe classified line. So these
right.
are interpretations of the original, the spirit of the original G.I. Joe figures, but now in classified. Before you even ask, there is no flocked hair. I know, I tried so hard.
She keeps on trying to get me to do rooted hair.
Rooted hair,
Oh,
flocked
you're
hair,
trying to-
I am all about it.
Well, let's hear about it in the chat.
Yeah,
You know?
tell us
Tell
in
us
the chat.
about
Do we want
rooted and flocked
flocking?
hair.
You want that Ninja Force rooted hair on those? Was it Bonsai? Was he my favorite with the black
Yeah,
and pink
Scarlet had it,
pants?
and so did Zanzibar had it too.
So it's so good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got very off track. So we will introduce you to the first two of our 60th anniversary figures, and we will kind of give you more information later on in the year. But to highlight, these items also are deluxe figure offerings, which explains why they come with so many stuff. Okay, that was a very long-winded explanation, but if you wouldn't mind, please bring up our first
Important.
picture.
Boo-doo-doo-doo.
So much stuff.
So this is our rifleman, as we like to call him, or action soldier rather. Sorry. He comes with a soft goods, I guess, rain tunic, and that has a hood that goes on top of that to lock it onto the figure. They will have a corresponding stand that matches the color of the figure. In this case, it's sand to match the sand-colored boots, the moleskin boots. He comes with a new 50 cal machine gun that has a stand that can go on that it can also plug into his backpack. It has a bullet bandolier that will feed through it as well. You can change the handles on the 50 cal so he can hold it, or he can get behind it and lay down and man the machine gun as well. Comes with an array of other weapons also. Swappable hands, swappable head. He has a hood down, hood down accessory so that you can put the hood down when he has the soft goods on as well. I'm super excited about this figure, and I think the other detail that gets lost here is almost all of his pouches on his vest come off.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
can like mix and match and kind of customize how you want them to go on there.
Versatile.
He's very versatile. He's ready, tactical, if you will.
Tactical.
So very cool figure. I'm excited, and I use my samples as troop builders on my shelf, and because there's so much. We want to give as many options as possible in the pack. And just how they did back in the day where you can buy booster packs for their costumes. I'm probably rambling, we're running out of time.
Well-
but yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, and we talked about camo earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this, 3-color
Yeah.
camo almost
poor
on
man.
every piece of this guy. This one took a while, a lot of patience,
I
but
think it
I
took
loved
a-
every minute of it.
Almost a week, I remember.
Probably.
It was brutal.
Oh, but
I
who's-
would be like, I hate you. I would get
My
these
boss
DMs.
is watching. We don't need to talk about how long it took me.
All right, so as Tony
Sorry.
reminisces on his choices, coming up next, so we have kind of a really cool recon diver. Did I say that right?
Recon diver.
Recon.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
Our interpretation of our action sailor.
So here he is, and what's cool about this figure is not only do you have the swappable heads, all of his vest come off. So the under vest comes off, his life preserver comes off. He comes with some ammunition satchel. He has a really cool rebreather, and the rebreather actually this time around is connected to his goggles, and the goggles are clear, which is really fun. Also his depth gauge, which is underneath his backpack, that actually connects to the rebreather on the chest, which kind of like pegs right on there. And the other big old piece you see on I guess the right of the page, that would be his submersible, and it has all sorts of cool like sonar detail on the little screens that you can't see it from that angle, but when you get it in hand, you'll see it's like sonar stuff of seeing if there's any bogeys on his
Yeah, I
way.
can scoot around underwater. And it's amazing.
So this finally brings us to the end of our digital reveals for
We got a lot
today.
today.
I know, everybody's excited. They were like, ooh, Joe panel's going last. What are we going to get? So while we are here and while we are excited about talking about all of our G.I. Joes, we thought we would kind of impromptuly, that's a word, right?
Yes, I guess
bring
it is
in our friend Dan to see kind of what his, thoughts and feelings are about the newest G.I. Joe reveals.
I just want to say you're doing an incredible, fantastic job. Everything is awesome. I'm loving every single bit of it.
So you have, so as we like to say on the team sometimes, do you have favorites? Sometimes they're all our favorites.
Are we just talking about the digital reveals?
Or any of them, dealer's choice, whatever
From
we've
the
talked
whole
about
line?
today.
Sure.
There's not that much show left.
I know. We could talk
thank
about
you.
this forever. Let's just do from the name-only reveals and the digital reveals for today.
From the digital reveals, look, anybody who grew up in the early 80s, you know, collecting G.I. Joe stuff, you know that that was like the time of martial arts, right? So to be rolling out, you know, Big Boa here and Quick Kick, that's a big deal. Plus, you know, we're getting past, like, I know the line was built on like the military sort of aesthetic and that sort of thing, but I like the weirdos too.
Yeah, the weirdos are where it's at.
That's great.
You know, I'm not saying anything here, but look, if Hydro Viper is in the pipeline somewhere, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Budo, I'm down for that. Let's go.
Awesome.
Yeah, excellent. I think that it's always so much fun. We have so many eras of G.I. Joe to play with because G.I. Joe's a brand that is constantly reinventing ourselves.
Yeah.
And we have so much source material. And then we get to reinterpret it for a modern era. It's not that it has to be, as we've said many times, one of the beautiful things about G.I. Joe Classified Series is that it's not entertainment accurate. So it is our kind of really, really cool interpretations of who these characters would be in a modern age, which I think is beautiful.
Well said.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
thank you. It's almost like I practiced it, maybe like
Yeah,
once or
a couple of
twice.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for hanging out like
man.
super
Thank you,
fast,
Dan.
Dan. Is there anything else you'd
to
like
leave?
to? No, I mean, no. Do you
Wanna hang out with
you
us?
want to hang out?
Of course I do.
Yeah. Okay. Dan's gonna hang out.
Yeah, let's
Love
do
it.
some more
Are
reveals.
any of the
on,
producers
yeah.
on the side going, no, don't
that
do
all
that? All right, yeah,
There
Dan's gonna
you
hang
go.
out.
Yeah,
Cool.
get look at each
All
other.
right.
Get loose.
We're getting crazy up in here. Okay,
Awesome.
so perfect. Are we shuffled enough for the?
We good?
Great.
We
We're good.
screen for you guys?
Is there enough room here?
We're having a good time. You're seeing live ideation on this show.
We're recruiting. G.I.
Yeah.
Joe is recruiting members.
Aggressively recruiting. Okay, so great news. We are onto the pre-order part of our panel. So we are, as this slide says, going to keep things moving, lots to get through, and everything's going to be fine. So interpret that however you'd like.
Yeah, our notes are literally just little bullets of like, hey, do this now.
Yep. So great news. So the way that we're going to structure this is a little bit opposite of how we usually do it. So we're going to do product on the turntable first, then we're going to do diorama images. So we have approximately 18 minutes before I was told our hard wrap time is. And don't forget, we have to talk to Matt.
I will super speed
Great.
details.
All right.
remember
So
him.
Tony, can
Yeah,
you please
go.
acquire for us
I'll help
one
move merch.
Dreadnought Ripper?
Here we go.
So here is Ripper. He is coming out awesome. This figure's got a lot of cool stuff going on with him. So I'll spin around for you guys so you can see. He's got his Jaws of Life. And let's take a look at these Jaws of Life real quick because we added a...
Show the function.
Yeah.
The function's where it's at. So I got to close it real quick. And we put tabs on the side so it can open up together.
Come on.
Look at that.
Oh,
Look at
so
that
nice.
pincer grab. He will save you or he will crush a G.I. Joe with that.
Who knows? It's a mystery.
What's also crazy is his glasses come off to reveal his face. And we are all children of the 80s and 90s, and we put some really fun stuff on his inkjet. As you can see, we kind of hinted at it that he was going to have a crazy like contact in his eye. And he does. We put a smiley face in there. Also, he's got some sweet tattoos on him because we want to push him just a bit. Some spikes on there to speak to the Ripper name. And also, he has some razor blades. And those are not dog tags. Those are razor blades on his necklace. Also, some storage for his blaster in the back that also has a pretty sick looking sickle coming out of it. So yeah, that's Ripper.
Beautiful.
Sick sickle, dude.
Dan, what are your
Sick
thoughts on
sickle,
our,
brah.
on our friend Ripper?
He's gorgeous. Everything's great about it. Next time, though, we need the belly shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We do love a good crop top, not going to lie. They are all crop tops for Dreadnoughts. Okay, so let's look at that beautiful diorama image. Stunning, gorgeous. Matt, amazing work. We'll also compliment Matt when he's here with us, but we can do it while he's off to the side of the
Good
stage
job,
as well.
Matt.
Great job, Matt.
Look at that thing.
Oh, so nice.
I like the blast effect he got going
Matt's
on
been
there,
getting
too.
really creative with our special effects. The longer he's been working on our products, he's like, can I put smoke bombs in? Great, buddy.
Of course you
Yes,
can.
please.
So here
All
we
right,
have
so next we've got Hawk.
General Hawk. Man, he came out awesome. And I got to say, when we set out to make Hawk, I was like, I want to make the most heroic, like almost World War II looking figure we can do in G.I. Joe. And I think we kind of nailed it. If you notice too, we added some gray to his hair to kind of make him feel a little older than the other Joes. And also, you're not seeing it here, but he comes with 2 sets of goggles. I didn't put the other one out just because where's it going to go on the plexiglass, but there's 2 for one for his face and 1 for on top of the helmet. We like to do that so you don't stretch him out. His pistols are holstered both on him, and his grenade launcher can holster over his shoulder. Put some cool G.I. Joe patches on him, and I don't know if the camera can see it, but he's got this American flag detail here, and he has Abernathy on his patch on the front. And
we got some great weathering on the leather
Yes.
as
Yes.
well. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but it's
maybe
very
we can
subtle
spin it.
kind of wear and tear on that leather jacket. That
You'll
bomber
be able
jacket.
to see it when you have this
That's for
beautiful
sure.
figure in your hands.
yeah, super
All right.
excited about him. You need your leader.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
All right, let's show them that beautiful diorama image.
Da-da-da-da-da.
I think this is the least amount of time we've ever spent on figures. We're doing so good,
We're
you guys.
moving fast.
I'm so proud of
We
us
need to
right
get the
now.
mat.
Gorgeous picture, Matt. A+. The motion that you have managed to capture in this is very, very
Yeah,
nice.
I don't know how he does it. 'Cause,
No,
like,
it's magic.
They don't-
We're
how are
not
they not
supposed to
falling?
understand.
Yeah, that's
it's
right.
It's just magic. All right, Dan, thoughts, feelings?
Thank you, sir.
For Hawk?
Yeah.
He's gorgeous. I love the jacket. The jacket is fantastic. People have said it looks like me, but I think it's only right here. I don't see it. I don't see it.
feel
That's
very
not me.
heroic
But,
right now.
well, yeah.
But do you want to
it's-
take it as a
absolutely.
compliment? Are
Of
you
course,
flattered?
of course,
Okay.
absolutely, all
so
day
as long
long.
as it's flattering, that's what we want. Next up, we've got
Helix, and she is looking awesome. I'm really excited at how her face came out and actually how the ombre on her hair did. If you guys remember the video game she debuted in, and now she's made her way into comic books. We wanted to get other characters from across the lore into the brand. We've talked about this before, but she is looking pretty like, I like this like sci-fi tech vibe we're getting going on with her. She has these really cool, we just introduced it to the figure, kind of like extendable claws that'll kind of like, you can pose her out like she's the ultimate weapon. And if you guys know, she fights using telemetry. So I thought like giving her as many blades as possible to attack in all sorts of directions would be super fun. And what's also fun is they're C grips, so you could take them off. So figures with a similar similar diameter of forearm, it'll fit. You can stretch it and then
With a low durometer.
with a
though.
low durometer.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you got it.
Durometer
Okay.
is how we measure
there
plastic.
we go. Thank you. Yep, perfect.
It's the hardness of a plastic.
Great. Thank you for that feedback. Maybe someday we'll do a plastic durometer demonstration
that.
for
Oh,
you.
and
Not
she
right
also
now,
has
but
the
later.
extended mags. Oh, look, I'm getting excited
Yeah,
now.
I know.
We added the extended mags on the pistol, and she's got the machete on the back with the tactical gray.
It's
gonna
gorgeous.
be sick, all right?
Gorgeous. All right, let's show them that diorama pic. Ooh. How does this not fall over? I don't understand.
I don't know what he does. I think
It's truly magic.
he's like the puppet master.
good.
He like
Yeah.
holds them up with his like thoughts or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
When he sent this
God.
though to us, I lost it. I was working from home and I
Yeah.
almost spilt my coffee because like this the way the composition of the
Yeah.
blades. Just
It's gorgeous. All right.
Lethal.
So,
Very
Dan,
lethal.
thoughts on Helix? You like her?
She's gorgeous, and I love the idea that those blades are interchangeable with other figures.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
For sure.
We do love a good interchangeable accessory moment. All right, up next. Oh, they're moving my slides on. I'm like, I'm not pushing those buttons. They're like, come on, guys, you're so close. All right, it's Shockwave.
Oh yeah, Shockwave. I'm super excited to give him the line. I remember Tony being like, Lenny, we gotta make Shockwave. About 2 years ago, you were like, dude.
I love that
So-
he wears the hat over the baklava and.
Well, you know, you gotta keep the sun out of your
And
eyes.
look
Yeah.
at that, it
Very
comes off.
practical.
It
Can
comes
Can you
off,
believe
as you
Yep.
can see.
Not in the original figure.
Nope. And he's got his riot shield, which is really sweet. He's taken out a lot of Cobras. We have the light details on the front and the rail kind of details we baked in there. He has an extended clip on his little submachine guns. He actually has a utility knife. Pull this bad boy out.
Boom.
And it's for like breaking doors down. There's like a little notch in it. So that's for like breaking doors and all that sort
Cool.
of thing. It's like kind of a crowbar. He's really sweet. And then his his knife, of course, goes into his vest as well. So a lot of storage on his figure. Again, whenever we can, we try to get as many parts and pieces onto the figure holstered. Let me turn it so people can see his face.
So nice.
Boom.
Can we show them the beautiful diorama
We
picture?
should.
Are
Let's
we
do
ready?
it. We should.
That's right. We're at 12 minutes until they're like, you
We're
are cut
moving.
off.
Oh,
we're
we're
doing
doing
it. We're
good.
doing good.
Killing it.
All right.
Doing good.
Ooh. Who's watching him from, dare we say, the shadows? Perhaps he is being, shall we say, tracked.
Or I don't know, maybe I can't think of another funny
Yeah.
word.
We were doing so good. Again, beautiful picture. It's not like we love Easter eggs or anything. So, I mean, who knows what's coming next for this. Dan, thoughts and feelings about our friend Shockwave?
The detail on that figure is incredible. You've got the stitching intersecting right at the top of his hat and everything
it
there.
looks
the ribbing,
knit.
it's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
It's
incredible.
all in the details.
It's
always in
all
the details.
little baby details. And, you know, you keep saying, give us more dreadnoughts. Great news. We are giving
oblige.
you more dreadnoughts. So our last dreadnought of the day for our mainline product wave for this is going to be our dreadnought
Buzzer. And I really wanted him to feel like a mad scientist, and I think we kind of got it / biker, which
Yeah,
as he
Trent
was.
Reznor slash.
And if you know anything about him, I think he was a psychiatrist before he joined the
Perfect.
Dreadnoks, which
Yeah.
is incredible. Or on this figure, his goggles or shades will come off so you can see his face. I really like the portrait we got on him. He kind of, I don't know, there's something about his, like, he's almost like a hawkish, like dangerous look, which fits him very nicely. His chainsaw this time around, instead of being the chainsaw wand he had in 3 3/4 inch, we just gave him straight up like a logger's chainsaw. Also on this figure, you'll notice on his thighs, so the original figure had these like pads on there, and I felt like they were to protect his thighs from the chainsaw. So those are Kevlar chainsaw pants, essentially, which is protecting him from cutting his thighs open. And then he also has some other really fun accessories. He has a kid's baseball bat, because we thought it'd be funny to give him a kid's baseball bat with buzzsaws put on there, and the chain scythe, which the original figure came with. So super fun figure. He looks like a crazy person. His watch is removable, and yeah, buzzer.
I feel like he kind of is a crazy.
And he'll give you an evaluation.
Yeah.
We're building out the friends though. We've got Zaranya, Zartan, Ripper, and Buzzer.
I have my samples
Pretty
on my
good.
shelf,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I can't wait for more people to get these. I can't wait to see the photography people do.
So let us, speaking of what them photography people are gonna do, let's take a look at this beautiful picture.
Look at that. Again, I don't know how he does the make them
Magic.
fly.
It's magic. It's very, very nice.
Yeah.
So great news. You too can attempt to replicate this gorgeous piece of art at home with your very own Dreadnought Buzzer figure. All of the figures that we have talked about so far today for pre-order are mainline items. So they'll be available on Hasbro Pulse starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for Hasbro Pulse Premium members and 5 p.m. for all other fans. Now, we are just really humming right along. So you guys know that this one's coming. This one is not a super surprise or anything, but our Hasbro Pulse Con 2023 convention exclusive is our Crimson Strike team. They are beautiful. I love a good snake offering.
As I knock off all the suppressors from this piece.
Oh, Lenny, this is
They
what
get
happens
it.
when we try to, speed through it.
Strong
All right,
hands.
you have 1 minute to talk about this item. Oh, and while we're here, I'm going to take away from his minute. So
Yep.
there is an outside case on this briefcase that is nice and pristine. The inside of the briefcase, remember on the Chuckles artwork how he was beating people up as he was stealing this briefcase? It looks beaten up, and for those of you who are like, it better be magnetized,
Oh.
great news.
Magnets.
It is.
What?
All right.
Feels really good too.
It's beautiful. You're going to love it. You'll be wildly impressed by
Open
it.
it up, open
okay.
it up,
Oh, I'm
open
so
it up.
sorry. Oh no, we're out of time. All right. So we have our gorgeous artwork on the inside. This is a caveat, not real gold.
Not real gold inside.
Yep.
But what's cool is on the Zoom call they're doing, Chuckles is walking away with the actual briefcase with the actual data on
Yep.
it, so they're really angry about it. And then if I can get this out,
Doing great.
the figures will be held inside these
Yep.
little, I call them coffins, but
Dark. Okay, keep going.
coffins, dude.
Keep going.
Oh, and then there's the dossier on the back, and this is the file that Chuckles has stolen from them and why they're so mad.
Including artwork from the original design specs for the original Owen
That's right.
Bat figure.
Details.
Yeah.
All right,
Details,
so
details,
now you have
details.
30 seconds to talk about the figures.
Figures are great.
Done. All right.
Well, no, we
Buy
did
our
a,
stuff.
we did a really cool candy coat on the Baroness figure to make her armor feel more shiny. As you can see it on the black details on her thighs, and then you can see on the red details on her, I guess, battle vest you'd call it. She comes with 2 sets of hair that you can be pulled off the figure and swapped across all 3 heads that she comes with. One head she has this kind of like biting lip as if she's like, really like running into the action. The other one is more of like a classic portrait. Then she also has came up with this idea of giving her like a battle mask that like Destro made for her so she can like read schematics on the battlefield. And we of course had to put snake teeth on it because
beautiful.
skulls and snake teeth are metal.
And of course, the Crimsons match across all of the Crimson
course.
troop builders.
That's right.
We love a good
provided to you.
matchy-matchy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And have we already shown the diorama picture? Did I miss it while I was futzing with the box?
It looks great.
Great, it's beautiful. You've seen it. It went out with our PR press release to talk about Hasbro Pulse Con 2023. Oh my gosh, great news. We have a whole 7 minutes left to get through the rest of the show. So
We can do it.
We're
without
rocking and
further
rolling.
ado, we are rocking and rolling. Everybody loves us, we assume. Matt, come on in and talk about some
Do
of
it,
the
Matt.
cool
What up,
photography
Matt?
you've done with us.
How much time do we have left?
You have approximately 4 minutes if I go very, very fast at the end of this.
Awesome.
So Matt is amazing. We are so lucky that he has been able to join us. You saw a little bit more from him during the Marvel panel, so I don't feel quite as bad totally shortchanging him at the end of our panel. But check out this behind the scenes footage of Matt from the Dragonfly HasLab shoot that you were doing. That was bonkers.
Yeah, this is my favorite shoot that I've done so far here. This is also where we learned that HasLabs need a bigger space to shoot them. If you can see in the video right now, I had to extend my shooting space with just anything and everything I could find in the studio just to extend the table and just throw more sand on top of it and make it bigger. This shot right here was, I believe, the night shot with the lights. That's my favorite one from it. It looks so cool.
It's so good.
It looks so
It's
cool.
gorgeous.
But yeah, G.I. Joe has just been load of fun to shoot. I just get to do a lot of different things. I'm looking at the previews you guys are doing. I'm excited with the ideas I have in my head to shoot for next. Yeah, this is
My favorite part of this shoot was that you didn't break my models.
Yeah.
And also
guessed
the
what I
storytelling.
did.
There was one image you sent us once, and then the tail of the dragonfly was vertical. And I got mad. I was like, "What are you doing, a model?"
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh, wait a minute! No, he's just
I
posing."
I remember I told you, I was like, don't worry, I'll return this one clean. And then after I did that, never mind.
Well, we appreciate your creativity and your willingness to dive in and just go and by any means possible to make it awesome.
It's the storytelling that you're coming across through all your photos, and just belonging that legacy and that storytelling of the brand is amazing. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm just happy to leave a legacy like this officially on all these brands I grew up with. It's just been so much fun.
You're crushing it. So.
For sure.
And we look forward to seeing what's going to come next and what you'll do with some of the figures that maybe we'll have available for pre-order next month. Who knows? It's a mystery. Maybe it's something on the larger size. Maybe it's something we've announced. I'm sure the chat's like, ooh, I know what she's talking about. Do you? Let us know in the chat. What do you think we're talking about?
I don't know.
No, I don't tell them. They just show up, and I'm like, this is what we're doing.
We have to sell something later?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So thank you, Matt, for world's fastest cameo.
Oh, that's my cue? Okay.
Yeah, no, you can hang out if you want. This is literally, it's going to be 4 minutes to wrap up.
I'll just
So
stand up quickly.
next up, we were going to do Q&A. We are clearly out of time. If the powers that be at Hasbro Pulse are feeling benevolent, maybe they'll let us answer some of our Q&A questions on socials later. Oh, I'm getting a nod. Dope. So the only one that I will answer now is give us a His Tank update. So His Tanks will be shipping out before the end of the year. You will have it in your hands before 2024. So be patient. We too maybe made a little bit of a snafu with an unboxing video. Maybe Emily shot it on her phone and lost the file. Who knows?
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, that is what happened. So we are also, much like the Transformer team, going to redo that experience and hopefully share that with you soon. You should get excited. We are excited. All right. Live Q&A, great. This slide, literally the third bullet point just says, please try not to swear. So last
Very hard
off,
for us.
we're Selfie, great news. Selfie 2.0 is officially here. So you've heard this before. There are new beards. There are glasses. You have some new hair options. We are excited. If you order your new Selfie 2.0 figures this weekend through the Hasbro Pulse app, they come with exclusive stands for your figures and a convention-exclusive sleeve. Ooh, beautiful.
What I really liked about this time around, it really picked up funny expressions and being able to put the crazy accessories on there too.
I like that we did the same exact expression.
We
even
did?
though- yeah, basically.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
we
And
got
I've got real cute glasses on my Scarlet.
But
She
look
looks
at
nice.
these exclusive
Yeah,
stands.
the stands are
Ooh,
really nice, guys.
bam.
And
G.I. Joe
Tony,
loves their
do
stands.
these stands work with other figures? Like perhaps if you got a Selfie figure, could you, in theory, use these on your other figures? Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Great. All right, great
Standardized.
news. Go and grab your Selfie figure today in the Hasbro Pulse app. Beautiful. And humming right along, it's time for poll results. So in one-word answers for everybody, of those 4 troop builders, Bats, Alley Vipers, Cobra Troopers, Snow Serpents, who would you have build out your armies? Lenny, go.
Bat.
It's
Tony.
2 words, but Alley Viper.
Bat.
Oh, dare
Dan. Dan says Alley Viper. I say Snow Serpents. Show us the poll results, please and thank you.
Alley Viper, come on.
Come on.
Oh!
I can't see
All
that
right.
from here.
Cobra Troopers are number one,
well,
Bats are number two,
understandable.
Alley
Makes
Vipers
sense.
are 3, and Snow Serpents are 4. I get
a
it. Snow
classic.
Serpents are really kind of, location dependent.
Yeah, you don't really want to be going to the desert in that outfit.
No, you really don't. Oh my God, we technically finished 2 minutes early, although not according to our original time. So thank you so much for Matt for joining us. Thank
Thanks,
you so
guys.
much for
Thanks, man.
Dan for being an impromptu guest. We
I
are,
gotta get back over
perfect.
Oh, get over there.
We are so honored to have been your very last brand panel for Hasbro Pulse Con 2023. Make sure you go and grab pre-orders. All of the items that are going out for pre-order today will be available starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for Hasbro Pulse Premium members, 5 p.m. Eastern Time for all fans. We look forward to seeing you later. Should we give him a Yo Joe on 3?
should.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yo Joe!